Kalimera. That's the Greek for good morning. So let's start with honouring past, present, and beyond in our Tai Chi journeys. So please, not copying Mark, but let's do, I could do with some of your music actually, Mark, with Carissa's music. Let's do all together, open and close. So let's do 3 breaths to honour the past, the present, and the beyond in our Tai Chi journeys. And then let's gently lower our hands. You know, I'm always inspired by Dr. Lam when he says he does daily practice. And I think, oh, I'd love to feel as inspired by doing daily practice, but it's not always my thing. So I needed to come up with a way of doing my practice and feeling like that, because there's been so many times when there's not the opportunity to practice with someone else. And I'm just one of those people that feeds off energy and loves contributing the energy. So I admire that. And then I thought to myself, well, really, when I'm practicing on my own, am I really practicing on my own? Am I solo? Or am I carrying with me all the beautiful souls that were, that are, and that continue on? So I think of Patricia to begin with, and Patricia was a long-time participant in my class. And Patricia passed from this earth, but she came for many, many years. And one day she was very excited, and she came to class and she said, Anastasia, she said, I've got it. She said, the Tai Chi for Arthritis 1 and 2. She said, you know, there are 4 leisurely tying coats. She said, so I think of it like this. Right, left, left, right. So Patricia's mantra became my mantra. And even to this day, when I'm practicing, I'll often hear Patricia in my head. Now, Richard Link, we're all familiar, many of us familiar with Richard Link. So Richard and Mark and a few of us, we'd talk about how we pronounce leisurely. So I say leisurely tying coat, but then that beautiful resonance of Richard's voice remains forever within me. Leisurely tying the coat. How much better is that? So that goes with that song. And then I think of Dr. Lam. He said, he doesn't actually explain it like this anymore, I've noticed, and I know that because he came into our class yesterday. But he said, when we're doing Stroke the Bird's Tail, he said, over the beach ball and up the hill. Well, that's my memory of it, so I still remember him to this day. So indeed, I carry him in my practice too. So I'm just loving that feeling of all the spirits. And then there's Hilary, who's actually here in the audience today as well. Hilary talks about leisurely tying coat and bending at the elbow. So I used to say, up, 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 and then you'd see people's shoulders going up, up, up. So I carry her in my practice now as well. So am I alone? No, there's no solo practice. So there are so many voices resonating in my head. There's Jill, who talks about unfurling. So Jill is with me. And then, do you know, I don't know if you all know Fizz, but Fizz works for Dr. Lam. And she and I do Zoom classes every week. And it's hysterical because, again, leisurely tying coat, or leisurely tying coat, Chen style, she gets in a little bit of a pickle with her hands sometimes. So we broke it down. And now, for me, it's eternally become the Fizz movement, which my class can attest to because that's how I keep describing that movement. So we all live on together within it. The Tai Chi journey is a continual flow of the past, of the present, and the future, and we move together within that, just like the form in itself. So if I place my Tai Chi foot here in the present, how many people and how many great masters have touched their foot down in that has created what I do today. And we are all here today in the present, but the Tai Chi foot will continue on forevermore. So there is no such thing as it ever dissolving. The Tai Chi journey leaves indeed a valuable footprint for all of us. So, and I just want to say this is a good one for Matthew wherever he is that sometimes again if I think to myself, I'm not so sure if I want to practice on my own, you know what I do? I get the online lesson on, and then I go, okay, I'll practice with Paul and Janet and co, and then I feel as though I've got some company. So that's a plug for that. We could all continue on with our online subscriptions. Like that. And I just wanted to say one little thank you to Rich in Melbourne, because Rich in Melbourne helped me come up with my little title of Tai Chi for Life and Beyond. And in my Greek language, Ευχαριστώ.